Soon as we sit down, he goes, oh my God, let me tell you the most embarrassing story that happened to me. And I'm interested, like, wow, what? Like, okay, we coming out the gate. Like, tell me. Now, you know goddamn well that did not happen.
It sure did.
I just looked at him like, what?
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Hey, welcome back, Motivation. Welcome back, Motivation Nation. It's me, Al Gore, and we got another video that's going to require some assistance from us to react to. So let's just get right off into this and see what's happening over here.
Now, okay, so y'all know that I was on a dating app. Well, I still
No,
was,
I ain't know that.
and I went on a date
Okay.
recently, maybe like last week.
All right.
And I'm not going to tell you his age first. I'm going to tell you exactly what he did. So he picks me up. We go on a date. It's like live music. Drinks are good. They have some like fried chicken. I love chicken. Anyway, going good date. Soon as we sit down, he goes, oh my God, let me tell you the most embarrassing story that happened to me. And I'm interested, like, wow, what? Like, okay, we coming out the gate. Like, tell me. He was like, oh, this was like the most embarrassing day. I'm like, tell me. He was like, well, yeah, there was this girl that I used to date, and we were at Papacitos doing happy hour, and she was wasted. And I'm like, wasted at happy hour? He was like, yeah, totally wasted. And me and my colleagues were there, and she came over to me, and there was so many people there, and she said, you know what your problem is, Marcus? Your dick is too big.
Brother Bo!
Well, that's just too much there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at him. Oh, no.
What part of the game is this? Ma'am, that was your cue to get up and leave. That's buffoonery at its finest. I mean, is that what's going on nowadays? Does that work on some people? Why would a man, let me take that back. Why would a man in his right mind come out of his mouth and say something like that? What makes you think that that's cool to say? Like, that's just stupidity. And some people gonna jump in the comments and be like, well, at least he was up front, he was honest, he was telling exactly what he wanted. Those people need to head to the doctor tomorrow and get their head examined. That's stupid to talk to someone that you're actually seriously trying to get to know. If you're going to take the time out to spend your money on a date, why go in and be that stupid and say idiotic stuff like that? Ma'am, you should have gotten out of there immediately, because this guy here, he done slipped and bumped his head. This is dumb. But anyway, let me let her finish.
He was like, I was so embarrassed. I don't want everybody to know I had such a big dick. Now, you know goddamn well that did not happen.
It sure did.
I just looked at him like, what? He was like, yeah, I just can't believe she did that. I'm so shocked. So I'm not finna acknowledge that he instantly talking about his dick on the first damn day. I said, oh my God, drunk at happy hour?
But I'm going to pause her for a second. I blame the internet. I blame social media for this, because people now want to go out and create scenarios wherever they go in an attempt to go viral, in an attempt to get attention at all cost. And I know what you're thinking. Well, what do you mean go viral? How do you know he might not even been filming anything? No, but he wanted attention. And he wanted attention. And he wanted attention from her and whoever else was around that area. This is what I'm saying. The internet, social media has made attention a new currency, and people are willing to do and say whatever it takes, even if it's completely outrageous, even if it's completely at the wrong time. They're going to say and they're going to do things to cause a disturbance so that they can then get attention on them. That's what this is a cry for. Attention. This man needs attention. Now, how sad is that? So you just come in here and create a cockamamie story that we all know didn't happen, and you did this to impress her? I don't know. Let me let her finish though. Let's let her get to the end. We'll give our closing comment.
It's like, yeah, I'm like, oh, Papacito's got happy hour. When is this? I need to go there. I'm just not even acknowledging. He was like, yeah. Then he goes, yeah, I don't want to be discriminated against the size of my penis. I was like, please stop. Just stop. Okay, I'm going to tell you his age. He's 57. 57 years old. Do you
So I'm gonna say this about that, right? So, and this goes for both sides. Sometimes people mistake biological age for maturity age and mental age. So just because the guy is 57, he obviously has a maturity of a person in the 6th grade, 7th, but 8th is as high as I'll go. He has the maturity of an 8th grader. And it seems as though he should have graduated past that, but that's not always the case. Most times you think, well, at 56, they should know this and that, but that's not a guarantee. And even if sometimes you see older people that are maybe financially stable or they may have educational accolades, that does not necessarily translate into their maturity age. All of these different ages matter. So now he's 57, operating as if he's still in middle school and thinking that that is okay. So his biological age does not match his maturity age. And that's why it's very important to get to know someone, to go out on dates, to really ask people questions about things that you're interested in, especially if you're looking for a long-term relationship. But the silver lining in all of this, the silver lining is you now know who this guy is. He's exposed to you who he is. And now the decision is yours as far as which direction you go with this. So if you continue to date this guy, whatever happens after that is all your fault. It's your fault. And no one should feel sorry for you. I know I won't. If you continue to move forward with him. Now, if you decide that this will be your last date with him, which is what I would suggest, then that's a decision that you have to make. But this is why you have to really take the time out to get to know someone. And that's why the dating stage is so important, because you can't change someone that doesn't want to change. The only people that's going to change is going to be people who tell you up front, hey, this is where I am now. Here's where I'm trying to go. If that's something that you can deal with, we can move forward. But you can't listen to someone say this at that biological age and think that there'll be anything that you can do to make this person behave any differently if it's not something that they're already doing actively or attempting to do. So that's why the dating stage is so very important, because people reveal to you who they are. This guy has revealed to you who they are, who he is. So from that aspect, you now know who this individual is. As crazy as that sounds, as crazy as he sounds, we now know that this man, I was about to say something, I had to catch myself. We now know that this man is off his rocker. So if you decide to move forward, everything that happens after that is on you. And when I said that about people in the comments saying, oh, well, he told you who he is. No. Let me make sure I make this clear. For all of the people that jump down in the comments and that will be cool with him saying that are the ones that need to go to the doctor and get their head examined. The people that are cool with him saying that. But he's now told you who he is. The decision is on you. But anyway, y'all saw what I saw. You heard what I heard. Jump down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this. That's it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. Out.